Zombie apocalypse.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing a very simple technique with you to adjust your gameplay settings or match settings in FIFA Mobile so that you can have a better experience of playing matches. So this is a part of the Tips and Tricks playlist. Please do check out the other video and let's just go right ahead. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the settings tab over here at the bottom corner of the screen after the friends tab. So we're going to go ahead and press that. So now what we're going to do is preferences. So the tab over here, we're going to press edit and we have this section called gameplay. So you can actually adjust your gameplay controls. So we have tons of options. So what we're going to do is check out gestures only. So as you can see in my previous videos, I have been using gestures only. So when I want to shoot, I just swipe onto the goal, near the goal, and if I want to pass, I tap on the player where I want to pass, or I tap on the field. Okay, so what I'm going to show you how the gestures only, when it's disabled, how does it look. So FIFA Mobile has recommended this so that gestures only is easier actually, according to me, but you could have different personal views. So let's just go ahead and switch this off, and we're going to go ahead to Division Rivals. We're going to go ahead to Versus Attack, and we're going to play a match. We'll see how it goes, and I'll show you how a match looks without gestures only enabled. So let's just see how it goes. So we have a 105 overall playing against me. Let's go right ahead. Alright. So now what we're going to get is a lot of buttons in this area, like pass, sprint and skill. Normally there's only the sprint and skill or sprint and tackle button, but now there's a lot of other buttons. So now if I want to press through and I press and I want to shoot, you have to press button. So I want to pass a through ball to Andre Silva. Okay, that was bad. I'm not used to this actually. And pass, that was bad. This is really actually confusing and I would not recommend this, but it is little confusing. But what you can do, you can also use the gestures. It's not like that you can only have to use the controls. For example, I pass, I tap on the player, and I can also use gestures to swipe and shoot. So for example, I just I can also use it to swipe. So I would recommend, like FIFA, the gestures only enabled, but it's up to your personal opinion on what you want to use. So now the other gesture, the second one in line, is auto, pass and shoot. So if you have noticed in my earlier videos, when I play a match, the players go ahead and play on their own without me actually tapping on a player or telling the players to pass, without any input basically. So it's actually quite easy. It's better because if you're actually distracted or something during a match, the match will actually go on without user input. So auto pass and shoot, it is actually good. So it's but I would recommend using auto pass and shoot while you're having a good internet connection. But when you're having a bad internet connection and you're playing an H2S or a VSA match, and you have a little bad internet connection, so that the video sort of like lags or just sort of fluctuates, and the players pass on their own and you're trying to direct them, it can get a little confusing. So what I'm recommending is when you have a bad internet connection, you can actually switch off auto pass and shoot and play a game. So now we're going on to auto switching. So this is actually on. Switching will occur automatically while defending. So for example, a player from the opposite team is running towards the goal and you have two defenders chasing him down. For example, player for the opposite team is going towards the goal and my two defenders, Jedwaj and Sidibe, are chasing him down. For example, Sidibe is on the player who is going for the ball, but then the player who is going on the ball goes a little further than Sidibe but closer to Jedwaj. So then this switches, the auto control switches directly to Jedwaj, so that Jedwaj will be chasing the player with the ball now. So it's actually quite helpful and really nice. Otherwise, when you disable this auto switching, you have to tap on the player you want to chase the opponent with. So it's really convenient and I would recommend switching this on. Next is floating virtual stick. So now virtual stick follows your finger once activated. So for example, if you have noticed, there is a yellow color or golden color, more like chrome color button in when I want the player to move forward or backward, I actually have the virtual stick. So I can, when I push forward, the virtual stick follows my finger. But when I switch this off, even if I push forward, it will just stay in that position, but the player will go forward. So I would actually, if you want to be less, if you have a smaller screen, like you're playing on a phone, I would recommend switching this off. But if you're playing on a bigger screen, such as an iPad or a tab, I would recommend switching this on. But when you have a bigger screen, it doesn't really matter. It's up to you. So now large buttons, game buttons are smaller in size. So it's not really needed. Don't really care about this. So now display virtual feedback. For now, example, when I'm playing, I'll just go ahead and show you the match. For example, I'll show you. So we're playing a match in Hazard event now against a club. This is actually not a VSA or an H2H match. This is an event match. So what I'll show you, what is visual feedback. So now, for example, I pass and keep passing. Now, for example, I perform my skill move too late or early, they will give me a message saying that try performing your skill moves early. So for example, if I have a player offside, they will give me that information. One of your teammates is offside. Now see this dotted line that shows where the ball is going to go. That is also comes along with visual feedback. So right now the game is lagging a lot. I don't know for what reason. It usually doesn't lag. So for example, that is a foul. Anyways, so Son is targeting this player and there's a dotted line on his path, if you can see that. So that is basically what is visual feedback. And if you are new to FIFA, I would recommend switching this on, because it gives you a good idea of what is FIFA gameplay and how good is the quality. But if you're a veteran or you have played FIFA a lot of times now, it's nice to switch it off, but again, based on your personal experience, you can switch it off or switch it on. That's all I have for today, guys. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to check out the other videos in the Tips and Tricks playlist. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You know this. Goodbye.